Hello guys, welcome to my live. Welcome to my live. Today we're going to be designing something. I want to design a fruit flyer, like like fresh fruits juice flyer, something like that. So I already downloaded one picture that I liked, which is this one. So this is the picture I downloaded from Pinterest, and I used ChatGPT to remove the background, which you can see here, and you can see that the quality increased also. So I'm just going to show you what I told ChatGPT: recreate this but without background. So you can just tell it to remove the background. It's still going to do the same thing. So yeah. And now I'm going to look for some backgrounds to use. Obviously I'm going to be using some blue backgrounds or light blue backgrounds. So we're just going to search for any blue backgrounds I can use. So let me scroll and check for any background I'll see. Okay. There are some amazing backgrounds here already, but we have to choose one. And I think I downloaded something like this also to use for the design, but I don't know how I'm going to use it. So let's check it out. Let me download a blue background first. Maybe something like this should do. Something like this, but the quality is a bit low, so we have to look for something that is higher. We have to look for something that the quality is showing more, or light background like this one. Also good. We can check it to see how it's going to look like. So this is just for to check. It might not be our um the background I'm going to use, but I just want to see if it's going to blend with this. So the idea was to blend this maybe somewhere here, something like this, to blend it like this, and maybe it should cover all this whole place. But let me check for, I think I'm going to see it on my history. Yeah, this one that says fruits in ice. So I'm going to search for something like that, because obviously we're going to be putting this one here, maybe here signifies like fresh fruit juice, like all those tropical combinations you can get on beach and stuff. That's what the idea is about. So it's going to be somewhere here, and that's why I wanted to add some like water with fruits inside, but not too big, just a bit smaller. That was the idea. Maybe we can add a rectangle here. something like that. So let's see. I'm going to be checking for other pictures I can use, but I want the colors to be blue. I want it to be blue, so I have to check for blue related backgrounds like this one. I like this one. Let us check it out. If we switch off this rectangle, if the eyes can be somewhere inside here, let me see if I can blend this edge. If I can't blend it, then I'm going to remove the background. Something like this. Maybe that direction. And I kind of like this background, but it's short. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to bring one over here and maybe increase it a little bit. Let me see if I can blur out this part, or let me Ctrl Z. Let me blur out this part first. Maybe blur out these areas. And blur out and blur out these areas too. Maybe something like this could do. So yeah, okay, so I'm able to blend the two backgrounds here. So yeah, we can add one more thing here, or we can just leave it like this. Then we can add our rectangle here where we'll put the services and stuff. So I can just bring this in front here, and maybe this can be green, or yeah, maybe light green like this, leaf green, something like that. And I'm going to increase the radius, and I'm going to go to the gradient and blend these edge areas. Maybe I can use the brush to remove the edges well, like this. Something like this could do. And let's check if we can see other backgrounds. I don't think I need any background now. All I just need now is the fruit. If I can get other fruit similar to this, it will be nice. So let's check for Let me search for something like this. Something like this. Okay. And I think this will do to make it a bit colorful too. This is not what I'm looking for. You can just download it. I'm going to remove the background with manually, and I like this one too. And I'm going to download this one. So you just have to wait for it. Okay. And I'm going to look for something similar to that. So I'm just going to go in here to see if I will see similar pictures of that. Okay. Um okay, let me visit this one. So I'm going to download this one also. Yes, so let's add this, the ones we've downloaded, to see how they look. Just going to add it here. And there's a second one. Maybe it can be behind here. I'm going to blur this one. I'm going to blur it. No. I'm going to blur this one. And I'm going to make it. I'm going to reduce the brush first. I'm going to remove the brush. Yeah. Okay. And maybe I'll add this somewhere here. Something like this. I'm going to blur this one also, I guess. Just going to blur this also. Going to bring this here. Here a little, and bring this here. Okay, it's looking a bit should I say too catchy. Okay, let me just add some font around here, or I can add it here. Only one which goes well. And I'm going to be using there's a particular font I want to use. So I'm just going to increase it to see. So I don't think it's this one I want to use. Just going to go home and check for this font, the name of this font. I know it starts with a V, but I don't know the name of this one. Let me check. V. Let me just go to the letter V. The letter V to the letter V. It's not there. So I'm going to leave it at this one for now. I'm going to remember the fonts and I'll change it later on. But let it be like this for now. Let me ask ChatGPT for uh something like this. Okay. So while it's doing, let me check for one font called Grow West. Let's check for the Grow West font to see how it looks like. Okay, it looks good. Can use it. Let's see if it's going to be good on our design. So let me install this. Fresh tropical. I'm just going to write fresh. Fresh. I'm going to increase it, and I'm going to use the Grow West. So this is it here. It's not looking like. Why is it not looking same way? Okay, now I see. Okay. So I'm just going to change everything manually here because it's not giving me, and it's not also giving me here. It's not giving me what I want, so let's check another place where we can get this. You can see how it looks like, but I don't think it's. Let's check again. Let me read this. I think this is where you can buy the font, but I don't think we're going to buy this. So yeah, this is where to buy the font here. Let's just check if we can get it another place. Oh, it still took us to the same place. Let's check. Let's check. Let's download to check if it's going to work. I'm just going to go back and see if I'll install, see if it's going to work. Let's check. It's not still working, guys. But this is working, and I guess the rest is going to work also. Okay, I think it's working now, so let's just change this, and I'm going to be using the details that I developed here. So let's just check for these details. Fresh tropical fruit juice. So I'm going to start with fresh. So let's check. I like the RO, so I'm going to look for words that has something like RO. So let me just search for this, and let's see what is going to give us. Okay, tropical frost juice. Okay, let's go with fruit frost. So I'm going to select the F, and I'm going to go to this one. Oh, it's not still working, guys. Okay, I think we have to activate this one for the rest to work. I don't know why, but let's go for the other one, which is the R. Let me activate this, and now we'll go for the E. Where is it? Okay, I have to do this now to work on every other font. Okay, let me do this first, then go to S, right? What was the name again? Fruit frost. So this was supposed to be a U. Okay, and this an I, and this a T. So let's select this and then select the T. Okay, now for the frost, I think the frost is going to be separate as well. Maybe we can reduce this. Frost, frost, frost. Okay, so we do the same for here. I'm going to do the RO like this one, and yeah, the S2 and the T. I don't think there is a, okay, there is a T. Now I'm going to make this one bigger because it's stylish, so it has to be seen more. I'm just going to change the color to this, like this color, lighter yellow, something like this, something like this, no, a bit darker, not too dark, something like this. Or moreover, and also it has to do with eyes, which means eyes is also blue. So let's just use the blue. Make it darker for more view. Okay, so we're going to do this also, and we're going to put it here, something like this, and put this one here. So for this we can just add a rectangle here, maybe this color, or a lighter color. And we can and duplicate them. I'm going to duplicate it like this, and maybe blur the edge. And for the last one, so now we've done this, let's just go in a small rectangle here. It's going to be transparent. Here you can change it to blue or any color you like. Then you can increase this part, but just make sure it's at the middle. Then we let so let's see if we can bring this here, and maybe bring these ones here. Something like this. Something like this looks good too. Can blend this area, and maybe for this one I'm going to bring in some parts of it like this. So here I'm going to write in a subtitle, not a subtitle, like a logo, a motto rather. Maybe it's going to be on, should it be on yellow? I'm going to be using the Sora font. And let me ask for a motto. Okay, so I'm just going to take this one and put it here. Maybe it should be in uppercase, and maybe a little bit bold. And for this rectangle, I'm going to reduce the roundness to be a bit like a rectangle. Okay, let me increase the stroke also. Okay, now we're going to be adding the details and any other thing I feel that we can add. So this place, I'm going to zoom in and arrange this blend here. So I'm going to reduce this brush, bring back this area, just these areas. Now I'm going to go back and blend it cleanly. So it's going to be something like this. So when you zoom out, it's going to be leaving a good blend, but you have to give some light also on it. Okay, now I have to add a few more things to this design because it's still looking scanty. Let me just blend this a little bit, and this is touching the flyer. I don't want it to touch the flyer, the edge of the poster, so we're going to reduce it to, and since I've reduced it, I'm going to be removing this and blending it all over again. But having done that, let us come here and I'm going to arrange this somewhere here. Okay, now let me blend this. Yeah, I'm just going to search for other pictures that I can use, maybe like this one. Okay, it's you have to remove it with a photo room. I'm going to use my photo room to edit this one. I'm just going to go to photo room, and you can start creating. I'm going to select my photo I downloaded. I'm going to remove it here. I could use Photoshop to do it, but it won't remove the detailed areas which I need, so that's why I used photo room for this one. So and I also feel that this eyes is giving is kind of like obstructing the design, something like that. So what if I just use it as a background, because it's looking too catchy to me. So if I can blend something here, maybe this one. Maybe it can be somewhere here. Somewhere here or here. Let me take this up a little bit. I want the leaves to show. So I'm just going to duplicate this and bring it elsewhere. So the main things can be here. But the quality of this juice is very low. So now I'm going to look for something catchy like this one. Something that is that will draw attention, understand? So let's just look for something like that. um let's see if I can get the PNG of this one. If I can't get it, I can just remove the background using ChatGPT or any other means. I'm just going to look for something catchy. Let's just check for it. Let's see this one. Yeah, it's not giving me what I want. It's also here, but okay. Let's see this one. I don't like this one. Let's check. Let's see what about this one. And visit the site, see if it's going to be load this one, but I can't. So just going to remove the background here, and also I have to ask ChatGPT. I want to remove the background for this one, just the eyes areas. So let's ask ChatGPT for that to see if it's going to work out. Let's see. We can say something like remove at the bottom. Let's see if it's going to work out. So it's going to take a while to create the images. So while it's creating, I'm just going to remove this one for now, or I just leave it here because I'm going to use it too. And this part, I'm not really feeling this yellow background, this yellow yeah, I'm not feeling it. I use another color, but not that. It's looking a bit weird. Maybe we could just use the white or light brown, and I'm going to be making this a little bit frosty. So I'm going to go to my gradient overlay. I'm going to be choosing the blues, and here is going to be light blue, like light blue, like this, and the other part too is going to be blue. There's going to be something like this, but not too, yeah, something like this. I'm going to add the inner glow to this, but my inner glow is going to be blue also. Not blue, but light blue, something like this. But it's also going to have some noise on it, and the size, let's see, choke. Going to increase the choke, so it's giving it that frost vibe because of the noise and everything. So but if we make the choke too much, it's not going to be good. So I'm just going to make a drop shadow is not making it look good, so we're going to switch this off. Now we're going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to go to the gradient overlay, but we're going to use the same settings. It's just that this is going to turn green. I'm going to select this green, go here, select the same green, and here will be light green, like light green, like this, yeah, or like this rather, not too bright though. Then now we change the color of this one also to light green, something not too light, not too dark. Okay, now it looks good. So I don't know if ChatGPT is done with our picture. Okay, it's almost done. We're able to do this while it was still creating, so I can move this down. I see this picture is still showing from the blended part, so I'm going to blur it again. Let's see, I'm going to still search for a plain background, a blue plain background for this, because it's not looking good too. Maybe you can bring this somewhere here, like this. I'm going to duplicate it around here. I'm going to see how it's going to look like, but while we're waiting for our picture, let's see. Okay, it gave me what I want, but let's see if it's going to look good. Why I decided to use it, because it's going to also increase the quality for me. You can see this is a little bit blurry, so I don't like it. I'm going to come in front here and place it. So I'm just going to place it here and here. So we're just going to bring it down behind, so it's going to blend, it's going to like mix with all these blocks here because they are similar. So I'm going to duplicate it again and use another fruit in another place. Okay, this part is the blurred area, so just going to mix them. Okay, this area, is something like this. Maybe it's something like this. Maybe I can erase this one because there's too many gap between them. It's just like it should fall on it, so it should be mixed together like they are mixed. So we don't want too many gaps with the eyes. So let's bring in this again, and we're going to put it in this direction here. This time let it be in front of this one. So I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to, yeah, something like this. Maybe something like this. And I'm going to erase this one. I'm going to erase this one. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now I'm going to bring, since I added all this here, maybe we don't need this again because it's going to now look too much. So now what I can do, what I'm thinking of doing is to bring this down first and maybe put this at the same size. So I'm going to check the size. This is 46 and this is what? Let's say it's 36. So let's change this one to 36. So I want it to be the same size now to see, because since this is longer, the fruit is going to be bigger. The fruit is going to be bigger, so it's going to occupy the space here. Okay, something like this. Can add something here, and maybe we can even reduce this one. Actually, I'm going to delete this one and maybe reduce this a little bit. Something there. I'm going to add, as usual, a rectangle here, which I recently started doing. It's now like a habit, but I don't know. I'm just going to add something here, make it I'll make it transparent. The color will be transparent, and here maybe I can use, what color can I use? What color? I can use the green color, and let's make it a bit thicker, and I'm going to be increasing this one. So yeah, Now I'm going to go to my eraser tool to erase this area, something like this, and maybe erase here, okay, and this color is not looking visible. What if we use the red color? I think the red color looks more visible, so we can bring it down here. Can bring this down and maybe add another rectangle just below for the details and other stuff. So we can just bring it here. Maybe it can be behind this block, and I think the color can be blue this time, since it's blue green kind of design. So now I'm going to add the details here, and we'll see what we can do next. So let me draw this. I'm going to make this white. I think white is going to look more better. I think white looks more better, so I'm going to increase it also, and I'm going to use my brush to blur this area. So now I can duplicate it and bring it down. To duplicate is Control key plus J. So in case you're finding it difficult to duplicate, you can use the Control key plus J. So you can add something like this. Maybe you can add the services up here and increase this one. It's not too much, just small. But I think this is too much for just tropical. So let's just reduce this here. And maybe bring this one here so that there will be enough space for this one. And let me see. Let me see if I can bring this down a little so that I can make this one a little big. This one I can use the yellow color, or if it's too yellow, I can make it brighter, something like this. Okay, you can see it's looking a little colorful because one, we are dealing with fruits here, and yeah, it has to be more colorful. You can see the blue, green, red, yellow, and that's like the main colors for all the fruits you are seeing here. So yeah, we can still use them. I just want to look for one more drink so that I can add in this place here. I can add around here, so let's search for one more bring, or we can add. If you guys have question, you can ask in the comments. And by the way, I'm going to be dropping this my description. I'm going to be dropping the resources I used in this video description. So if you want to replicate, you can just click the link I'm going to be placing in the description, so you can get the resources. Okay, so I think something like this could do, something similar to this, but we've used red before. I want to use something more colorful this time, something like this. Something like this could do. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This one. Okay, something like this, or even this one too. Well, I don't know. I think, yeah, I thought so. This is not free, and also this is not free, but I prefer this one, so I'm going to download this one, and I'm going to be removing the background using the photo room. So I'm just going to select the picture, and yeah, the background is removed. So just going to remove the background. Don't worry, it looks a bit blur, but I can still use my camera raw to edit it. So yeah, just going to bring this here, reduce it all the way, or maybe put it somewhere here. Okay, now I'm going to add the services and everything here, but also thinking of not blurring this too much, because it's giving some kind of vibe I don't like. So just going to blur it a little here, just this place. And I also said I was going to change this background, like the base background. If you followed me when I started, there's this blue background I used as the demo, so I'm just going to change it. So let's search for light blue plain background, something like that, and let's see if there's anyone I can use. We could actually use this, but it's white. It's white at the end, so I don't know how it's going to look like, but let's try. I also saw one which I can use. Yeah, it's not looking good. Let's use this one. I also like this one. I'm going to increase this one. Maybe something like this. It's not giving me what I want. It's either I use this or I use this, but I it's beginning to look weird. I mean the green box I used there. So what if I use another color for it? It'd be nice. Or if I used the blue color, because this green is not looking good at all to me though. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go with this color. Maybe this can be the green. Maybe it's much better now. Let me make this darker. Okay, let me see. Let's go with this one, the previous one. I think I like this one more. But this yellow background, no, I can't use yellow here with blue. I have to make it white here. But if I'm making it white, I have to increase the stroke to like blue so that it will be visible up there. Or I could just use the green here. You can see there are a lot of changes happening here, so you won't know which one to pick. Or let's see if the gradient overlay is going to be good. Let's change the direction. It's actually not bad, but I don't like it. Let's see this one. Nope. No. This one. There is one I think could work. No. Okay. I don't think I'm seeing what I'm looking for. There is this blue something like that. Like this could work also. And yeah, something like this. Now I think I asked ChatGPT for a postal detail, so we're going to just use from this here. We've done this, okay. So we can just use these details in the box. So something like 100%, blah blah blah. Should this be in small letters or capital letters? Okay, it can be in capital, maybe blue, dark blue. Can be like this, and maybe reduce this like this, something like this. And let's copy the next one. Can put it here. Freshly squeezed daily. and we can copy the next one. Okay, or we can add it here if it's good. Okay, can add the last one here. Maybe you can make this one like this. And maybe here we can just add the offer. Maybe you can make this a little bit bold, something like that. And then here we can add the locations and other things. Let me just switch this off a little bit. It's looking small. Okay. Maybe we could just use this one for the rest of the background, because I'm not feeling other backgrounds here. So I'm just going to bring it down and blend these top parts here. So it's going to look it's a bit better now. So yeah, now I'm going to be adding the location. Just going to use, since this is demo work, I'm going to be using the same location I've been using for my previous designs, and maybe I can change one or two things here and add them here, bring it here. I'm going to take it in front, so let's move it in the front. Maybe yeah, this will go to the other direction here, so icons will come here. Maybe we can change this to black. I'm not sure we've used black in this design, or dark blue, something dark like that. We're going to change the direction to this direction, and maybe I'll replace the location with let's say something like this. Beach, since it's something like fresh juice, so it has to be in a refreshment area. So let's say beach, something beach. mm, let's say Now let's not say something. Um, must be close to and then I say Jamaica. Maybe you can add something here like the phone number. Maybe we can say +1. Maybe I can increase this a little bit. Let me see if I can blur this one too. Okay. Now I just came up with an idea. First, let me draw a rectangle here and and no, let me just drag it a little bit. Maybe something like that. Maybe this time it can be yellow. Maybe let's say darker yellow because this is not showing it very well. So that not this. Let's say a gradient kind of yellow. So it's going to look better off like this. Okay, something like that is good. Now I'm searching for falling eyes. Checking for some example. So my idea is to create something like an ice falling from here, something like this. I don't know if I can get it. This is premium. If you don't get it, you can leave it though, but just an idea. Okay. um we could just leave it like this. Let me search for one more thing. Hello Boogeyman, you're welcome to the live. You're all welcome. So I'm trying to check if I can see something a bit colorful because the background looks too, should I say, dull. So if I can see something colorful to mix with it, it's going to look good too. Let's check out this one. Kind of looking good now, but do you think this looks better? I think this looks better, but I don't like this sand area. I was just thinking if it's going to, yeah, it's not going to look good. Not going to look good at all. But I think this can go somewhere at the top. Just saying, no, it's not going to go anywhere. So it's better off like this. Yeah. So let me bring this up a little, bring this, increase this. Good day, Pokemon. So I'm going to add something here. I'm just making sure it's at 90 degrees. Now I'm going to search for something here. Yeah, maybe something short like this. I'll just leave this one. And maybe use this one. Okay. So guys, this okay, so I stream like 2 or 3 days, every 2 or 3 days. So if I stream today, maybe the next 2 days I can stream again. So yeah, no videos, you're welcome. So that's how I stream, maybe 2 or 3 days later, but I always inform people on my WhatsApp channel whenever I'm going live. So you can join my WhatsApp channel. The link is in my bio, so you can join my WhatsApp channel so that you can get notified or updated anytime I'm going live. So yeah. So actually done with this design, and I hope you guys enjoyed your time here. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments and I can answer you, or any problem you have, let me know in the comments. Okay guys, so thank you for sticking around to this time. Your time means a lot. Yeah, I'm going to be leaving the link for you to download these files. The files are used here, which I just downloaded recently. So I'm going to be sending all this in my description, so you can get you can just click on the link I'm going to be putting on my description, and you can have access to this resources. So yeah, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in another video.